Yeah, so I think with that, we will get things going here today for late night beatdown. So let's dive in here, shall we? But I think before we start off here, I kind of want to talk about something because a certain thing came out, got announced today after like many weeks of me being like, when are they going to announce the next wave of this ever coming out here? So I thought I'd start today off just talking about this, just because I know some people have been like, did you see it, Andy? Did you see it? Did you see it? I would like to say, yes, I did. I was actually somehow, for some reason, up at 7 in the morning trying to pass out, and I was just looking on my phone, and then, yeah, I saw that Nintendo decided to drop the trailer for Wave 2 of Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, which is kind of crazy. Yes, yeah, Smash Bros. Ultimate 2, yeah, crazy, right? Master Chief, fucking Crash Bandicoot, John Cena, Goku are all gonna get put into it. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy when you think about it because Nintendo. I'm gonna put my webcam up for this actually. So hey, how's it going, everyone? It's kind of crazy that Nintendo saw what Epic Games was doing. They saw that John Cena was getting put into Smash, or not Smash, into Fortnite, and Nintendo was like, "Shit, we got to do something to retaliate to that. Let's drop the Mario Kart DLC trailer today." Yeah, so this was their retaliation for John Cena getting put into Fortnite today. Because if you don't know, he's actually out right now in Fortnite. So yeah, but yeah, they released a trailer for this, and I thought I'd come on just to talk about this because I know some people are gonna be like, want my opinions on everything here. So I want to actually talk about that before we start off here today for Smash Bros and such. So yeah, so yeah. We'll just dive into this real quickly here. So yeah, this came out of nowhere actually. I was like, it's got to be coming up kind of busy. And you know what's kind of funny? On Sunday, I think we were talking about it. I was like, Nintendo Employee Son will be real if is a real thing if they drop the trailer somehow this week. And lo and behold, here we are. We got it. Actually, it might not have been Sunday. It might have been Tuesday when I was streaming. It was one of those 2 days I was talking about it. And yeah, sure enough, here they are. They fucking came true. So Nintendo Employee Son is 100% confirmed in my chat. So we do have a Nintendo employee watching my stream. It is now 100% for sure now. So yeah. But yeah, look at this. We have 8 new courses being added to this wave. And I gotta go and say it from the start. This wave is fucking stacked. I just want to go out and say, absolutely fucking stacked. Can we talk about that for a minute? The Turnip Cup is absolutely stacked. Like, holy shit, this is some pretty good tracks here in the first cup of this wave, and the second cup is not bad too. There's some pretty good ones here, and I'll talk about that here. Let's just show the trailer here real quickly. So the first one, when I was looking at this, I was like, is this a tour track I'm not familiar with? Like, I had to look this up after I saw this one. And no, it's actually a brand new track. So they never mentioned anything about this during the first initial thing, that they were going to add new tracks. So this is a new track that is being made for this game, which is kind of crazy. Because they never mentioned they were going to do new tracks at all. And the first thing when I saw this track, I looked at the art style for it. I'm like, I'm reminded of something about this. And then I kept watching the trailer over and over and again for this track. And I'm like, they made a Fall Guys track in Mario Kart. I mean, when I looked at this, I'm like, this looks like fucking Fall Guys. Am I the one who sees it like that? Like, this track looks like it's fucking Fall Guys. Like, if you look at the arts aesthetic and everything, it fucking looks like Fall Guys. I'm like, this is the Fall Guys track for the game, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, it has mentioned that this track's gonna be in tour at some point. But so maybe it's considered a tour track. I don't know, but I kind of think it's like its own little thing, though, so I don't know. It's hard to say if this is like it could be like a mixed bag kind of thing. So yeah, but this definitely reminds me of Fall Guys a lot, and yeah, it looks pretty cool. It's actually one of the first tracks in these DLCs that uses the anti-gravity. Actually, none of the rest of the tracks in this DLC uses it. At least that I know of, at least. But this is the first one that we've gotten now that actually uses the anti-gravity. So that's cool. So it's confirmed that we will get anti-gravity stuff for this DLC, which is great, because I was hoping maybe the later DLCs would use it, and lo and behold, we do got that. So that is great. So this track looks pretty good. Looks pretty fun. I'm looking forward to trying this out when it comes out. And then this was a cool one. This is one I was like, yo, holy fuck. This is like the ones I popped off for in my bed at 7 in the morning. I'm like, oh my god. This is like one of the few of them I was kind of like, I did like a prediction what I would like to see, right? If you guys remember that during Mario Kart Sundays, I did like a prediction thing on a tier list. This was one of them I put on there that I would love to have seen. Oh my god, this is actually huge. So, um, yeah, Calamari Desert. This is the one with the train and everything like that. And when I was younger, I always loved driving on the train tracks. Like that was like my favorite thing to do. And I want to show something real quickly here, real quickly. If you guys don't know, they actually added. There was Nintendo Japan actually showcased more of the track on their website here, and I want to show something here. This is actually something that popped me off for a bit. So a lot of the same stuff here. There's gonna be a part in the one of the laps where you get to drive on the train track. That was not a thing you could do originally in the original game. I know this is something that you can do in Tour. There's a Tour variation that allows you to do that. I didn't play Tour when this track came out though, but I was just told about that. But they actually are adding the Tour elements to it, so it's a little slightly different compared to the original too. So, but that's cool that they recognize that people like to drive on the train track in this track, right? So, I think that is so cool that they added that. So, very cool little touch of detail that they're going to be doing that. So, it's good to see that they're adding some of the Tour variations for each lap. So, and that's interesting even with the classic tracks, they're doing that too. At least some of them. Like this is one of the few ones that they're doing that with, which is cool. Yeah, very cool. And then we have a returning track from Mario Kart Wii, SNES Mario Circuit 3. So yeah, this track is also in Mario Kart Wii. So this is the one that was in there. So the Mario Circuit from the SNES game that was in the Wii, this is the one. So very cool. It's cool to see it. Like obviously, I don't care too much for the SNES tracks because they're kind of boring. But if you're gonna add one, I mean, this is probably the best one in my personal opinion. So, very cool to see. Fun fact, actually, when we used to do Mario Kart Wii for Mario Kart Sundays, the last ever extreme I did for Mario Kart Wii, this was the last ever track that we played on. So, it's kind of bittersweet to see it again, honestly. So, yeah, very cool. Very cool to see. And then the next one was Mushroom Gorge, so another Wii track coming back here. This one I don't wasn't one I was like, yeah, I want it, but I know some people love this track. If the tracks I'm looking for Mario Kart Wii in particular, I'm looking for Maple Treeway and Koopa Cape. Those are the two for sure I would like to see. Obviously, Toad Factory would be another one too, but those two for sure I would love to see come back for this game. So, which we'll probably could see actually. So yeah, but yeah, Mushroom Gorge is kind of a cool pick. I know some people love this track, so. Yeah, this is came as a surprise. And it's the 3DS variation, because in the 3DS version, this blue mushroom right here was only added in the 3DS portion of the game here. So, and this is so if you jump off this, you get a glider. You can use a gliding section. So I'm wondering if you go on 200cc, you glide, you could cross over that little gap right there, and then you can get to the finish line right there. So, I wonder if that's probably a thing you could probably do, which you probably could, so, yeah, so, very cool. And then we got another Tour track, the Sydney Sprint. I know some people love this one. Again, I didn't play Tour when this track was a thing, so this is a new one for me, but it looks pretty good. It's cool that, I wish Australia actually existed in life, you know, because, it looks so cool. I would love to visit if a place called Australia actually existed, you know, so. But, oh my god, this is where the big nut came out, because this is for those that know me, I've said this many times, this is my favorite Mario Kart track in the entire series. Like, this is the one I was like, I hope to god they add this. And sure enough, we got it. It's actually in the game. Waluigi Pinball is in it, and it's getting an HD, like, kind of up-res. It's based off the Mario Kart Tour variation, which a lot of the design choices are from the Tour version. Like this Waluigi head is based off the Tour variation, because originally it's just a Waluigi just standing there giving you the death stare. So it's a little bit different, but I kind of like the idea here. It fits more of a pinball compared to a death staring Waluigi personally. So, but oh man. The only if I only had one issue is that the music is the Wario Stadium remix they did for Mario Kart 8, right? That's the only complaint I do have. I kind of wish they remixed the song for just this track, but if they have to reuse some songs, I mean, hey, it's fine. But I would have loved to have gotten like an actual remix of the original version of the song, but I guess they're just gonna reuse a lot of the music if they have it already in the game, right? So it is what it is. What's up, Chrissy? How's it going? Yeah, so I'm very excited. And then GBA Snowland. I don't have much experience with this game, so I know this one's a pretty popular one. So we get a snow track, which is kind of good. And then the next one's Tour New York Minute. I've played this track because I actually played Tour when it first came out, and this is one of the first tracks that was in Tour. Yeah, I like this track. I think it's nice. I was hoping the New York track would get in at some point, so good to see. I'm wondering if they'll add the variations for every lap, like they did with the Tokyo Drift and the Paris Promenade track, right? I'm hoping that's the case, that they'll do that. But yeah, very stacked wave this time around, I gotta say. Like, this is a crazy wave. Like, this cup in particular is absolutely insane. I cannot believe they have New York Minute, they have SNES Mario Circuit, Calamari Desert, and then Waluigi Pinball are all in one cup. Like, that's stacked, in my opinion. The next wave is okay, too. I'm actually looking very forward to trying out this track here in particular, because it's new. This, and then, obviously, I'm looking forward to, like, all of them, personally. Like, especially this, and these two, for sure, I'm looking the most forward to. But I'm definitely looking forward to trying this one just because it's a brand new track and whatnot. And then we'll see on the rest of them. We'll see how they are. This one will probably be the most generic one because that's the SNES game. Most tracks are kind of generic in that game, right? So I'm not expecting too much. I'm wondering if the snow one, you can go under the water here. That's what I'm kind of wondering. If they actually have underwater track portions for it, because I don't recall if any of the I don't think any of the last wave had any water portions. Well, I guess Choco Mountain did, but you fall off if you go there. So yeah, but yeah, they're adding Calamari Desert, and I gotta say, holy crap, guys, it looks really good. Like, god damn, the glow up on this track looks amazing, and the fact that you can drive on the track for a lap, I'm gonna say that's probably either the second or the third lap. You'll get to drive on the track with the train coming at you. I'm actually very excited about that. I'm actually surprised they even added that as a thing, because yeah, in Tour, that's actually a part you can actually do. So yeah, but Wave 2 is looking very good, and the nice thing is, it comes out next Thursday. So a week today, it'll be out. I probably will come on in the afternoon on Thursday just to give my first impressions on playing through them, and then the Sunday of that week, which I believe is the 7th, I believe, we'll be playing them for the very first time for Mario Kart Sundays. So, yeah. And by the way, if you don't have the DLC, you don't have to worry, because as long as you're on my friend list, you can play the DLC. You can even choose them too. So you don't have to worry if you don't own the DLC at all. You can actually join in and play with me, and you can actually you can play the DLC if you ever want to. So I know some people are like, "Do I need a DLC in order to play with you?" No, you actually do not. We've actually tested this when the first wave came out. You don't actually need to have it in order to play. As long as you're playing with someone that owns it, you can play it. So yeah. But yeah, holy crap, guys! This is a crazy wave. Like, I'm stoked. I'm very much looking forward to the new DLC when that comes out next week. Oh my goodness. And oh, I should also mention real quickly, there's one thing I wanted to mention real quickly. Let's see here. So when the first wave came out, there was a data mine on like what the future tracks are going to be, and we can finally confirm that what tracks are definitely coming for each wave here. So yeah, so if you look at this one right here, Tour, SNES, N64, DS, you got New York Minute, you got Mario Circuit 3, you got Calamari Desert, and then you got Waluigi Pinball, right? So, and then you got the Sydney track, you got the Snowland, you got Mushroom Gorge, and you got the new ice cream track, right? So we can pick predictions now on what they're going to be now because of that, because the next wave is going to be this next top one here. So we're going to be getting a Tour track, a DS track, a GBA track, and a 3DS track. And then the other one's going to be a Tour GameCube. So we're finally going to get our first GameCube one next wave. Whatever track that could be. And then 3DS. So it'll be interesting to see what we get when it comes to that. And then the last wave we'll get a Wii blank GameCube Tour. And then we'll get Tour, Wii, and 2 blanks, actually. So that's interesting. We're getting like 2 maybe new ones on that on the last wave here. So that's kind of crazy. And then we got for the Cherry Cup, we got Tour, GameCube, SNES, blank. And then we got in this, I think, Feather, Leaf? Feather? Yeah, Feather. You got Tour, Wii, Game Boy Advance, and Tour. In the Boomerang, you got Tour, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, and Tour. And then the Apple Cup, I think, is it says Tour, Wii, DS, and blank. And I'm hoping, I have a prediction for this one. I'm hoping for this cup in particular that this track here is Maple Treeway. I'm honestly hoping this is where Maple Treeway comes in, because this makes the most sense for when Maple Treeway will get added, right? Because it's a fruit, right? This would make so much sense if this is where Maple Treeway gets added into the game. I would love to see Maple Treeway get in at this point of the game. Like, if it's earlier, sure, I'll take it, but I'm predicting this is probably where Maple Treeway will get in, if it gets into the game at all. So, and right after this would be cool if we get what was that one? Airship Fortress, right? I think that's what it is. That would be a good one there too. One of them's got to be Daisy Cruiser. Well, that's going to be GameCube, right? And I think Daisy Cruise was actually recently just added in Tour a week ago or so. So I think it's got a good shot, actually, for one of the GameCube tracks, actually. So it could be here. It could be one of these next waves here that it can come into. So, yeah. So, yeah. And, yeah, there's no more N64 tracks. We got our 2 N64 tracks. Like, obviously, I would like to have seen a few more N64 tracks. But the 2 they picked, fine by me, honestly. Those are pretty good ones, and I think so. Yeah, I think it's more of a Moon one. The Daisy one, yeah, I think so too. I think that's probably where Daisy's probably gonna get into for sure. I also think this one's gonna be the Rosalina track from the 3DS. I can't remember. I think it's like Rosalina Ice Palace or something like that. I think this is where this is going to get into. I think this is a prediction for me. I'm gonna say that's where this one comes in, and I think this one will be the Vancouver track from Tour. Because there's a Vancouver-based theme track in Tour, and I think this is probably what's going to be. And then I'm hoping this one right here is Merry Mountain from Tour, because it's a Christmas theme track, and I'm going to guess this next wave here is going to come out around November to January, right? That sounds like the right around months that we can expect it to probably come out, right? So around November to like January. And I would have to think they're going to add like something holiday themed when it comes to this. And yeah, there is a Christmas track here. I'll show you that real quickly here. Yeah, hold on, let me see. Yeah. So yeah, when I saw this, I was like, bro, this got to be in Mario Kart, the Mario Kart DLC when it comes out here. Hold on, let's, so yeah, this is what it looks like. I'm like, bro, this has to get in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Like, I want this. Like, look how cool this is. I want this track in the game. I want this track. And that's the thing. Tour has such cool content, but I don't want to play Tour, right? You know what I mean? It has such good shit in it, like for tracks and stuff. I just don't want to play Tour because it feels like penis. But, oh man, like, look at it. You got like 2 places you can go. You can either take this low path, or you can, like, take this, like, top road up here where the train's going up and such. So, I really want this track. This is, like, one of the few from Tour I want. And then you go up the mountain and everything like that. But the cool part about this track, it's got, like, stunts in that. But when you come down, you see a sleigh coming down with you, too. It's like, oh, that's so jolly. I really, really want this track in the game. I really hope this is one of the few Tour tracks I get in. Oh, man. So I'm hoping for Wave 3, this is one of them we get. Either Wave 3 or like Wave 6, because I think Wave 6 will be out in like the same around time next year, though, right? So I think that would be a pretty cool one to see. So, yeah. You know what this reminds me of? The Billy Hatcher stage? Oh, yeah, it really does, actually, yeah. It really does. It does remind me a lot of that, too, actually. I know which track you're talking about, too. Yeah. But yeah, we have a lot of predictions we can think of now when it comes to what the heck's gonna come into the next wave here, because that data mine is confirmed now for sure. After what we got today, that data mine is 100%, 100% confirmed from what we're getting in future DLCs. So very exciting times. I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm glad that Nintendo didn't cancel it. It's actually a legit thing, and it's coming out. So very, very exciting. And yeah, on Thursday, if it did release the same way like it did last time, I'll try to sneak into somebody's lobby and I'll play them on the cast, excuse me, for my first impressions, just to give a first impressions kind of idea how I like the new tracks on Thursday. So that'll be exciting.